This is essentially my last day in corporate America. I have been with two major companies over the past 27 years. And honestly, over the last 9 years, I have had the privilege of working next to some of the finest individuals here at MasterCard in St. Louis. And it has been a true honor to be in their presence and to work side by side with them. This is a global company. It has exposed me to things that I never expected to ever be exposed to. Prior to the 9 years that I've worked here at MasterCard, I worked for Time Warner Cable. And it, the outpouring of support that I received between yesterday and today has been truly phenomenal. The people here have embraced what I'm trying to accomplish with my life, and it has truly been refreshing. It's great to hear how motivational the work that I'm planning to do can be for others. And it's not so much that people want to do exactly what I'm doing, but it's the idea that there's something to do outside of corporate America. And, you know, the people that are in this building, some of them have been there for 20, 30, 40 years. And the next steps for their lives are essentially retirement. So for somebody to actually take the leap and try to leave corporate America at an earlier age, I'll be turning 50 this year. It's a little strange in this setting. You know, people think, what am I going to do? What's my passion? You know, if I had a passion, maybe I would chase it. Well, I definitely have passions outside of corporate America, and that's why I'm taking this step right now. But that doesn't come without risk, and it's pretty scary. And I think that, you know, after, you know, expressing what my plans are to the folks that are within this building here, I think that it's going to be still very challenging, but it's nice to know that I have the support of the people that have worked close by with me. And whether or not they actually watch my videos or if they subscribe to my channels or any of that stuff, just knowing that they believe in me is a very important part of me growing and progressing with what I'm planning to do next. As I move past corporate America into the YouTube content that I'm planning to put out, I'm going to start my fishing guide service at Lake of the Ozarks, the construction projects that I have underway. All of it is hopefully going to culminate into something beautiful in the end. Putting the finishing touches on a 27-year career and having this be my last day is truly bittersweet. Thanks for coming along on the ride with me.
It's 3:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday, March 31st, and I just got walked out of MasterCard. They scanned my badge for the last time, and I am no longer working in corporate America. This is unbelievable at this point, but I am so excited for the future.
And here I am at my property at Lake of the Ozarks, and it's been a couple of days. We had a couple of days of rain, but honestly, now that the rain is past, spring is all around me, and everything smells so fresh and clean, and the water in the creek is up and it's rushing through, and everything is just so peaceful and serene. It's amazing to be here on a day when I wouldn't normally have the opportunity to, because I'd be sitting at a desk and I'd be responding to emails and I would be helping to put out the little fires that we dealt with every day. Why would I walk away from that? Why would I walk away from a steady paycheck? Well, I've got a plan, and that plan is coming to action now. And in order to do that, I am going to be maintaining 3 separate YouTube channels. Thank you very much for joining me here at Ozarks Off Grid. I'm also going to manage 2 other YouTube channels. Obscure Adventures is my bow fishing guide service here on Lake of the Ozarks. We're going to be specializing in nighttime bow fishing, and we may get into spoonbill snagging as well as other types of hook and line fishing. The 3rd channel is called This Week in Bow Fishing, and I have had a serious passion for bow fishing since 2010 when I first took my tiny 14-foot boat out on a local lake in Wisconsin, and I came across some common carp, and the first fish that came over the side of the boat, I was hooked. I'll be honest with you, if you're interested in bow fishing, you can learn a lot from This Week in Bow Fishing. I plan on putting a lot more content on that channel as well. This is something that I've been planning to do for a number of years now, and I finally felt like it was the right time to pull the trigger. But one other thing that I wanted to share with you is my wife and I just recently sat down and we had a series of old home movies that we went through. And in those old home movies, we had the birth of our children. We had them growing up in their toddler years and whatnot. And we celebrated Christmases and Easters and whatnot. And it was all documented and it was amazing. But one thing I noticed is that my parents were in a series of videos, but rarely were they ever in the videos directly. They were always indirectly in the videos. You'd hear my father's voice. And I lost my father in 2011, and it has been something that has bothered me a great deal over the past 15 years. And he hasn't had a chance to see everything that I built, and it's a regret that I have. Because when I look at these old videos or when I look at pictures and I see my father, I can still hear his voice. I can still remember all of the times that we had together and all of the things that we experienced that really helped to shape my life and who I am as a person. But one of the things that I think most people avoid is they avoid putting themselves on video. And maybe they're embarrassed to be on video. They just don't like how they sound, or they just don't like to bring attention to themselves. And I get that. You know, I'm not necessarily an attention seeker per se. However, I realize that in order to be successful in anything that I'm planning to do, I'm going to have to seek some attention. And one of the things that I realize here is that I'm going to have to get comfortable being in front of the camera if I want to be successful with the endeavors that I'm undertaking. And I just wish that more people were okay with being on camera, because I think the reality of it is that my children are going to remember me pretty well. They are both adults at this point. My son is 20, my daughter is 18. They know who I am. They know what I'm capable of. My wife knows who I am. My wife knows what I'm capable of. But honestly, very few other people know who I am and what I'm capable of. And I'm kind of hoping that that's what these channels will showcase, is that, you know, I'm a capable person, and I think what I do is pretty interesting. And I don't know how long I'm going to be here. And, you know, what if my children have children, my grandchildren, and they don't get to see me in the same lens that my children saw me? And this series of videos could go a long ways towards helping them understand who I was as a person when I was a more capable person. There are so many stories that I've heard about, oh, you should have seen your grandfather in his heyday, or you should have seen your grandmother when she was capable of doing this. And I would really like to showcase that for my grandchildren and be able to capture that so that they can look back and say, oh, look what grandpa was capable of doing, or look what grandma was capable of doing. There's a value to producing content like this that most people don't even see. I would love to be able to monetize my channels, and I would love to be able to generate some income from what I'm going to do here. I'm not going to say that's the primary driver. I think that what I do is cool. And hopefully you're going to feel like it's cool enough that you're going to want to hang out with me on a regular basis. And I would really appreciate that, because honestly, I have to say, where I'm at is priceless. If you're with MasterCard, thanks for hanging out with me. I got a little bit more content here that I think you're going to enjoy. If you're not from MasterCard and you want to skip ahead to the end, there's a little bit more there for you as well. It's great to see everybody. I really appreciate all the PMTs that are here on your day that you're not supposed to. That's so nice of you guys, so thank you.
Well, your team put all this together, Pete. They wanted to make sure they gave you a proper setup. They brought snacks and lake-themed treats, I believe.
Yes, and
Abby's cookies.
yes, Abby Cookies, and this is on behalf of Switching Solutions.
Pete, this is a little something from everyone at Switching Solutions as you embark on this exciting new chapter. We wish you all the best. They gave me a
$250 Bass Pro Shops card. You. A $250 Lowe's card. Definitely use that. Oh my goodness. A $500 MasterCard gift card as well. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
You guys are all very generous.
Hey, if you like content like this, don't forget to hit the like button down below. And I've got something else that's pretty interesting right up here that I think you're going to enjoy. And if you stay for that video, I think you're the right person for this channel. So maybe you want to consider subscribing and hitting the notify button so that you never miss one of my videos going forward. I can't wait to hang out with you a little bit more here on Ozarks Off Grid.